Hello everybody, Loki Magics, another day, another video, but today's video, we have to talk about these two champions because, man, I'm telling you, they are incredible together. Together, they are absolutely the DOT gods. And let's not get it wrong. By themselves, they're pretty good already, right? They're very flexible in many types of team compositions. These two are absolutely great champions, but together it is on another level. And I'm going to make a claim here, and I have proof, so don't worry. These two champions, if you have them, you should invest in both of them because you're going to be able to clear almost every single PvE content in this game. Trust me, resources are hard to come by. So if you have these two champions, if you're lucky enough to have them, I'm telling you, invest in these champions. You will not regret it. You'll be completely satisfied with the results. I'm telling you, it threw me off guard how strong they are together. I mean, now that I think about it, it's pretty obvious. But anyways, enough of all the talking. Let me just show you what they could do. Alright, so we're going to start right here. We're going to start with Burning Land 10, using only Lancelot and Rosea. Now, a lot of people use Anguish and Sarah, yada yada, but if you have these two champions, you don't need anybody else. You could just use these two. Yes, we do not need anybody else. You could just use these two and handle this boss like a boss, right? Because what Lancelot does is add burns, and he does that lightning strike. Rosea does bleed, and they both increase the amount of dots they put on the boss, right? So it really builds up fast. This guy doesn't even know what to do. He's just gonna die. Rosea is also about to die, but it doesn't matter. The damage is done. Like, this boss is about to go to sleep. So just like that, right? Two champions. We're down to two now, guys. Just like that. It used to be three. Now we're down to two. So let's move on to the next one. And you know what else is crazy? Yep, you guys guessed it. Those two can't take down this boss together by themselves. I didn't think it was possible, but you're about to see how it's done. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty incredible that these two champions alone can't take down the stage 10 boss, right? I mean, on YouTube right now, there's a bunch of videos on like how to do it. And hey, look, listen, guys. I understand that my account is pretty built. I have a lot of champions, a lot of resources put into them. But the whole point of this is just to show that what these two champions are capable of. Because let's say you're lucky enough to pull these two champions, right? And you invest in them. It's a safe bet. Like, you're going to be able to clear a lot of content in this game. I mean, look at what these two champions are doing by themselves, right? Rosie might die here, but it doesn't matter because the damage is done just like the other boss, right? Like, this guy is going down. And the thing is, if you're able to just invest in these two, you're going to be able to save a lot of resources to build up other champions that you want to. So in the end, I think it's a win-win for everybody. You know, just having this knowledge, like, wow, you really don't have to build up all the other champions. You just need to focus on these two, and you can clear a lot of content in this game, which I think is pretty cool. So just my thoughts and sharing what I'm seeing as a in-game player. And yeah, just like that, another boss down by the duel, the freaking dot gods. So sadly for this one here, stage 10, the duel needs some help. You got Sarah with the heals, Akalon with the recovery disruption, but it doesn't really matter. You know, like, if you only build out these two, Lancelot and Rosie, as your main DPS, you're still going to be able to clear this with a little bit of help, right? And to be realistic, no one's going to run a two-man team on everything. You know, if you're free to play, you're going to use everything you have, right? So definitely still pretty incredible because this boss has like 90% dot immunity, and you're still able to clear his content with dot champions. So, you know, no reason to watch this whole fight, but I'm just going to rewind, fast forward till the end, so we have proof that we did clear this using this team comp. Just like that, another win on a boss that has dot damage resistance. So this one here, a lot of people struggle on, especially with stage 10, right? This one's a little bit tough, but for the dynamic duel, it's no problem. They just need a little bit of help. We have Sarah here and we have Morgan. And this team is really not that far for people to reach because we're using Rosie, who's a rare, Sarah's, who is also a rare, and Morgan, everyone gets for free. Lancelot would be the only like RNG champion that you might struggle getting. But overall though, we're talking about like 2 DPSs taking out the whole roster when it comes to getting your enhancement materials, right? Like you only need these 2 champions to get all the resources you need to build other champions. You know I'm saying that a lot, but hey, that's pretty incredible. But anyways, look at all that damage, right? These 2 champions by themselves, incredible, but together it's just another level. And we're just gonna let this one play out because I really do love watching all that damage, all that dot, and just seeing how this plays out. Because Sarah died there, but once again, it doesn't even matter, right? Like the damage is done. Like you're going to beat this using this comp. And yes, Morgan, my Morgan is built out and she's pretty strong, but eventually you guys were able to build out your Morgan like this too. And I said in my other videos, like Morgan's a must. Like everyone gets that champion for free. You should also invest in her heavily because you will not regret it, even though she just died. But it's okay, sometimes you gotta get knocked out, and boom, victory. Okay, so the power-up dungeon completely handled by the dynamic duel. So we're gonna move to this side of the house, stage 10, Dragon Boss. Let me just change this to Fire Relic. I feel like it's a little bit better for this boss. And let me see the skills. Yeah, let me make sure the skills are correct. All right, this is what we're doing. We're all good. Okay, so what's crazy about this also is that you're supposed to use the mark, what was it, Sergius or Saragian? I forgot what her name is. You're supposed to use that champion to put on mark to like debuff this dragon boss, right? But with the dynamic duel, it doesn't matter. Like these 2 are just conquering everything. So no need to like watch the whole thing. We're gonna just fast forward to the end just to have proof once again what these guys are capable of. Okay, and this boss is about to die. Like I said, this is a pretty fair team comp, right? 2 rares, Morgan everybody gets, Lancelot the only determining factor here, but boom, another win. So you guys get the point. We're gonna speed this up a little bit. This is another stage 10 boss. We used the same comp from the last boss, and yes, a lot of the members are dead, but like I said, the damage is done, the dots are up, we pretty much clear this out, right? Boom, another win just like that, using the same team, the same dynamic duel, and we got a pretty decent ring, so not too bad. All right, this is the last one for the equipment dungeon bosses, stage 10, same thing, same team comp, same dynamic duel. We're able to clear this out. And I do want to stress one thing though. Yes, my champions are built out pretty well, so maybe I make this look easy, but my whole point of this video is that if you invest in these 2 champions, you're able to clear out all of the PvE content, and I think that's incredible because now you could use your resources to build out other champions you want, right? And the cool thing about this boss too is that it has dot immunity, and we're using dot champions to take down a dot immunity boss. So this dynamic duel is incredible. Like I said in the beginning of the video, with these 2 champions, you could clear 100% of PvE content. You guys thought I was lying, but now you see. All right, so let's wrap this video up. I think those 2 champions are incredible. It's really crazy that 2 champions in this game as your main DPS can handle 100% of the PvE content. Like it's pretty wild. Hopefully that's how they're meant to be played, because some of the bosses have dot immunity and you can still beat it. And just if you're curious, yes, on this heroic event you are able to clear the final stage of this using a comp Where'd it go? Sorry, messing this up. Something like this. I already did it. Trust me, right? You guys trust me at this point, right? You're able to do it. Only reason why Guinevere's here is because you get that, you know, 75% bonus. So, you know, like I said, all the content can be cleared with those two champions, for sure here. Because I believe I ran stage 91 using the comp that I showed you. I'm pretty sure, you know what, I'll make a video beating stage 100 with those two, just to say, hey, look, you can even beat the Forbidden Dungeon using these two champions. Now, you know what, actually, I forgot. You could also beat these two with the comp I was showing you. You don't believe me, right? Okay, look, check it out. Alright, so we're just going to run through this real quick, just in case we still have some non-believers when I said 100% of PvE content. And also, what's crazy about this situation here is that this boss is immune to damage when he has his legs. So you can't really hurt him, right? But if you put dots on him, he will take damage from those, and you don't even need to take out his legs anymore. You can go straight for his body and defeat him this way and get him into phase 2. So let's just get to that part real quick. And just like that, dude had enough and he took a knee, man. And now we're on to phase 2. So same story. Dude can't handle all this damage that Lancelot and Rosie's doing to him. Like, it's just crazy, man. I like it. It's incredible. So yeah, let's just get to the end. Watch the amount of dots. Like, wow, right? Pretty crazy. But anyways, yeah, see? Boom. Done. And now the last piece of content, right? So same thing, you guys get it. And we're using Guinevere because you guys already know about that cheat, right? Like, if you have Guinevere, he doesn't swallow your whole team, so that's why we're doing that. And another cool thing about this phase of the boss is that this boss has dot immunity, but yet Rosie, you know, she does pretty good damage purely without even her dots, right? So it works. You're able to, you know, get past this phase. It does take a little bit longer, but hey, it doesn't matter. You're getting all the benefits from both of these champions. Like, Rosie does good damage plus dots. Lancelot does dots, and he has 20% speed boost as his leader skill, right? So everything just works out. And yeah, so let's get to the second phase of this boss. In his second phase, he definitely takes dot damage. I mean, did you see that? That was funny. Hold on, let's go back. Yeah, it just looks like he puked up all those dots that he ate, right? I thought that was pretty funny. But anyways, and you know what? Before this video ends, let me just put Lancelot's and Rosie's stats on the screen right now, so that way you can see what they were working with in this video. But yeah, for real, what do you guys think about all this, right? Pretty crazy that two champions could clear, like I said at the beginning of this video, 100% of PvE content. It's almost like you don't have to build anybody else. I mean, yeah, you have to pull them to even be able to do this, but at the end of the day, like, wow, right? So anyways, hopefully you guys saw something interesting. Hopefully you liked the video, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. See you later.